she's going to make the team, but looks like she could dominate and not just do well on the national stage, but do incredibly well internationally. We're using this adjective all the time, but it's remarkable.
Yeah, it looks like she never had an injury. She has been practicing and keeping up with everyone else in the gym, putting in loads of numbers.
She is a world champion on this event. Changed the order of some of the skills, but it is world class. Phenomenal start for Courtney Kupets.
Courtney Kupets, of course, last year, national champion.
And then came the injury.
Yeah, you gotta keep it down and in on the turn. Okay. You started in with it and then you brought it up. You're a little anxious. Okay. That's okay. Very
always
nice.
analyzing, always correcting.
It's Kelly Hill. And now we turn to Tasha Schweikert. Now 19 years of age at UCLA. Her mother, this week in the New York Times called her the Dennis Rodman of gymnastics. Not that she's loaded with tattoos, but that she's a little bit of a rebel. And what we're going to find out here is whether she is still a rebel with a cause. The cause being the Olympics.
Well, I got to tell you, if she performs as she has all week long, it is not going to be a good competition for Tasha. She has struggled from day one. Her coach, Cassie Rice, is really not happy. They weren't even sure if she would be doing anything here today.
In fact, Tasha's last competition was last year at the World Championships in August.
Now, the turbulence between Tasha and her coach has actually led to her being thrown out of the gym twice. Now, she's a teenager, and we all know what teenagers are like. Trying to find their own way.
Her coach, Cassie, said one of the toughest things has been the fact that she hasn't had any numbers of competitions. In fact, coming into this event, she really hasn't trained any routines at all. It's been very frustrating. She's had a string of injuries, a couple of good weeks here and there, and then another injury. Tell you what, that was very good for Tasha, considering what she didn't do in practice this week.
So an improvement there. There is no doubt that her experience, both Olympic and World Championship, could help the team.
Yes, there's no question about that. And one of the things that Tasha brings to the table is she is a competitor. She's one of those athletes that when the light goes on and they say it's time to go, the bigger the meet, the better she gets.
You know, the other thing that Tasha commented on was the fact that, you know, she hasn't had a lot of training time, but she can get a lot done. 3 months of work done in just a short period of time, like 3 weeks. There you see her score, 9.3.
And from Tasha Schweikert back to Courtney Kupets for a 9.6, which in any gymnastics competition these days is a very solid number. Now on the vault is Tabitha Yin. When the United States got nothing out of the Sydney Olympics in 2000, there was a total rebuilding effort that involved a lot around the Carolis, and Tabitha Yin was a part of that. The United States bronze medal at the World Championships in 2001 was a major victory.
You know, Tabitha has looked so strong all week long in practice. She has not competed for 2 years.
She told us she can't even remember all of the problems that she's gone through injury-wise. Very nice vault. Same one that we saw from Carly Patterson just a little bit ago. Nice body position in the air.
And, of course, the start value is 9.7.
And she gets almost 5/10 deducted. 9.25 is her score. And after one rotation, Courtney Kupets and Courtney McCool, it's a Courtney kind of thing, are tied at 9.6. Top 12 go to the Olympic trials. We're not used to seeing Carly Patterson in 7th place, but that's where she is. Back to Nashville after this. Start of the second rotation at the 2004 Visa U.S. Gymnastics Championships. Anya Hatch, 11th place after the first.
And of course, Al, before her injury at the World Championships, this was an event that the United States could use her on at an Olympic Games. Vault, floor exercise. She's known as a power athlete. She has an incredibly difficult vault. Yurchenko with the double twist. It's worth a 9.8.
And she sticks it.
Wow. Doesn't get much better than that.
Where'd you get that one from?
10 if it had a 10.
Sorry, Alan, only out of a 9.8.
But Elfie, would the United States want their specialist to have a start value of 10?
Well, this vault is only out of a 9.8, Al. This is the maximum value that she can receive. But I'll tell you what, she didn't give away anything to the judges, including the landing. It's spectacular.
She said that hard moments in your life make you stronger, and I guess they did right there.
Big smiles in the Hatch camp, 9.625, so there were 1 3/4 points deducted. Now we go to Taryn Humphrey. How does she figure into this whole Olympic mission?
Well, you know what she is so good at is all of the events. She doesn't really have one event where she's the standout, but she's the athlete that on every single event is solid and consistent. Two of the things they're looking for from every athlete.
Of course, Taryn was part of that gold medal winning team last year at the World Championships, and I'll tell you what, she has steadily improved since then. Great exercise.
Started bouncing around in the gym when she was 2. In 1988. Elise Ashino from Santa Ana, California. She's the right age. She's that 16 that you want to be in the Olympic year.
And she just had a major victory at the recent Pacific Alliance Championships. She walked away with the all-around title and defeated her teammate in the process, Carly Patterson.
One of her coaches, Beth Rybecki, said that Elise is such a sweet athlete, and what she and Steve have been working on for this competition is to be a little bit more aggressive. She actually said, we want her to be a little bit more mean. It's okay to want to beat your friends.
Very nice. But was that a stick?
Nice, as you said, Al, but no stick. You move your feet, it's a deduction.
Yeah, that's a big deal at the Olympics, as we've seen many times. Beth and Steve Rybecki, mentioned by Elfie. There's both of them right there. They clearly have the touch in getting their gymnasts pointed toward the Olympic Games. Now Taryn Humphrey gets a 9.5 on floor exercise. What do you think about that?
No complaints for Taryn. That she'll take that score.
Meanwhile, Elise Ashino gets a 9.375. We talk about those hops. That's how tough those Olympic judges are going to be. Now, Alicia Sacramone from Winchester, Massachusetts.
saw Alicia for the first time at the Pacific Alliance Championship in Hawaii. It was sort of